Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Gardner Minshew and the Las Vegas Raiders.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. You talk about this Miami defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run...
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. On 1st down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tip Ryman, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. 2nd time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again. And how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown. Great run and the score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You talk about this Miami defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Take those rankings, throw them right out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Minshew. He gets this to Davante Adams. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now Minshew. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Out of the gun is Minshew. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Isaiah Simmons able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, taking it right down Broadway.
Don't worry about it, baby. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves. Now, they feel exponentially worse.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They run once more with Edwards. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a 1st down.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Gus Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their...
And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
And able to get this out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Wright. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On the give, this is their fullback. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Wilson with a first down carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their bit.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? From the gun, Minshew to throw. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. First target, first catch, and a first down. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Bradley Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll go Madison up the middle. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Myers. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. .49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. They'll work the middle here with Wright. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Achane gets it from the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. In motion right, that's Williams. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 1. Wilson will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Sometimes offensive, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 104 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Williams, the man in motion left. Throwing on first down, White. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 47 yards. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, Minshew. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Minshew throwing on third down. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Vegas, and even 50 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there, that shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
In motion, Hill. Tua now on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle
As the first half is winding down.
and the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
This is 2nd and 8. Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Off play action, here's White.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation in a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Williams, a man in motion right. On 1st and 10, White.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Xavier Worthy.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead. Even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got his tight end. That's Ryman. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That one completes a Legion. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll run, Achane. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jeff Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the...
Tua's going to change things up.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. In motion, Hill. From midfield, here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Staying on his feet. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Oh, Hill, great grab. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders heading out to take. And now an audible here into something else. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted. intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Down the right sideline. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just bet.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but...
Now Tua going to change the play.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Miami, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.